Mughal Empire. Okay, seventh standard SST class. Yes, this is the second class about the Mughal Empire. Yes, in the previous class we have studied about the Mughal Empire. Who was the first king? Who was the founder here? The founder here. Before this Mughal Empire, who were ruling our country? Who were ruling the Delhi part? The Mauryan Empire and the Gupta Empire were ruling. Yes, with them, the Mughal Empire, like called Babur. He was a founder of Mughal Empire. He was ruling a small part, a small kingdom in Afghanistan. Yes, from there he came to India. He was waiting for a chance to attack India, and he got a chance because when the other empires were weakened. So he made a chance and he invaded in Delhi part. So after the Sultans of Delhi. Yes. Okay. After Babur, who came? Who was the next person after Babur? Yes, Humayun. So he was the son of Babur. Yes, after Babur, Humayun, his son Akbar came to the throne. After Akbar has made so many good policies and he abolished some taxes levied by the other kings of the Sultan kings. Yes, he made a good relationship with Hindus and Muslims, and he also had so many good poets and musicians in his court, and he has given so many high posts in his court, where the Birbal and Tanseh, these were the good musician and the good clever people. Yes, he had a good revenue minister called Raja Todeman. Okay, after Akbar, his son Jahangir became the king. After Jahangir, Shah Jahan became the king. These kings, they had taken their grandfather's policies and they led a very good life, and they were very good in they gave good management or administration to the people of the kingdom. Yes, of the Delhi. Yes, they also invaded so many parts of surrounding Delhi, like Agra. Yes, and they have enlarged their kingdom. After that, the last ruler of the Mughal Empire was the Aurangzeb. Yes, like all these people, Aurangzeb could not rule the Delhi area very firmly because he was he was a weak king. Yes, to say he was a weak king, and he did not follow the policies made by Akbar and other kings. Yes, what his grandfathers and what his ancestors have made the policies, that policies he didn't follow. He made some changes. He only gave importance to the Muslim religion, Muslim people and Muslim people. Yes, now, and also he imposed the jizya tax again, which was abolished by Akbar. He imposed the jizya tax, and that. So because he had made changes in the policies of administration, many people like Sikhs and Rajputs, they have rebelled. They took a they revolted. They didn't accept his policies. They revolted. Yes, rebel. The Sikhs and the Rajputs strongly opposed Aurangzeb in the North India. Shivaji rose in revolt in Deccan. The revolt continued for a long time. So Rajput king, Sikhs, these people revolted. That time Shivaji was there in our Deccan area. So in the Deccan, he also revolted against the Aurangzeb's policies. Yes, the revolt continued for a long time. As such, Aurangzeb lost enormous wealth and large part of his army, and the worst of all, his prestige. Many provinces of his empire became free. What happened? This Shivaji hated him so much that he made him so weak that he lost all the wealth. Aurangzeb lost all his wealth, and also economically he became weak, and his army also became small. Large part of the army was worse than his prestige. So slowly his power declined. Being exhausted, he died in Deccan with his death. Okay, being exhausted. He died, and after his death in Deccan, the Mughal rule was greatly weakened. Mughal rule was lately weakened. Okay. Yes. Next, what did the Mughal contribute to our society? Yes. What did they do? Yes. What they contribute? Cultural contribution. What they did? Yes. Mughal administration. Yes. The emperor possessed all civil and military powers. His judgment was finally in all matter. The empire was divided into provinces like Sulha and Sarkars and Taluks, Paranganas. The Kotwal looked after all the law and order in the city. So, how was the administration that time? At the time of Mughals, yes, the empire possessed all the civil and the military powers. So, all the civil powers and the military powers was in the hands of the king, emperor. Yes, his judgment was final in all matter. So, in judgment ಕೊಡ್ತಾನ king, emperor, ಅದೇ ಒಂದು final decision ಇತ್ತು. And he also divided that it was a vast kingdom. So, they have divided the kingdom into small provinces, small kingdoms, and they were given to the Subhas and the districts like Sarkaras and the Paranganas. So, these who looked after this all? A small king there, or the very head or chief look after that area. The Kotwal look after the law and order. Kotwal andre police ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅವರು law and order cities ಒಳಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. Yes. Revenue system. Akbar's minister Todemal, Raja Todemal framed all the land revenue system. Todemal was very clever. He made the land revenue systems. Under that system, the land revenue was fixed on the basis of 40 years. So here, Akbar imposed this land revenue system. That time, Todemal was his minister. Yes, what did he do? He imposed tax on depending on the fertility of the soil. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಸು ಇರ್ತದೆ ಆ ಕಸು ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನದು ಆ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಸು ಇದ್ದ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವೀಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. Yes, literature. What did they do in the field of literature? The Mughals patronized Persian literature in special way. They have brought the Persian literature to India. Yes, they have practiced that here, and there was a famous historians like Babul, Abdul Fazal, and Nizamuddin, and Baduin in Akbar's court. They were good historians. History ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡವರು ಇವರು 3 ಜನ ಇದ್ರು. Akbar Nama is an important literary work did by Abdul Fazal. Abdul Fazal ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ದ? ಅಕ್ಬರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾರ್ನಾಮಗಳು, ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೆಲಸಗಳೆಲ್ಲನೂ they wrote in a book called Akbar Nama. Yes, he was Dara Shikoh, the Mughal prince was an extraordinary scholar. Mughal prince, extraordinary scholar. ಭಾಳ ಶಾಣೆ ಪಂಡಿತದಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್. he was ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಿಚಾರ ಹಿಂದಿನ ವಿಚಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಇರ್ತದೆ. he was a scholar. He translated Bhagavad Gita, though Hindi literature did not receive royal patronage. So, ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ದ? ಈ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾನ ಹಿಂದಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ. ಎಸ್, ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ in Hindi, but that did not get a royal patronage. Yes. Next, he flourished and on account of the effort of the Bhakti saints. Yes. Okay. Bhakti saints. It flourished on account of effort of Bhakti saints. Ramacharita-Manasa, a well-known work of Tulsidas, is of this period. So, ಈ period ಒಳಗೆ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರಂತ. ಭಕ್ತಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು? ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದೂ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ನಾಗ ತುಳಸಿದಾಸ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಬರ್ದ. ತುಳಸಿದಾಸ ರಾಮಚರಿತಮಾನಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಭಾಷೆನಾಗಿಂದು ಅದನ್ನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಿಳಿಯೋಂಗೆ ಬರ್ದ. ಎಸ್, ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು, ಪ್ಯಾಲೇಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು, ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಯಾವ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದವರು? ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Humayun tomb in Delhi was constructed during the early period of Akbar region. So, Humayun tomb, okay, ಒಂದು ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಮಸೂತಿ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಮಸೂತಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು? ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂತ. ಎಸ್, ಓಕೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ earlier period of Akbar region, he built a new capital near Agra and named it Fatehpur. So, this ಹುಮಾಯೂನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ? ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ಸಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ, ಫತೇಪುರ್ ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫಿಷೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಲೇಸ್, ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೈಲಿವಾನ್ಸ್ of this place attract tourists for all over the world. So ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾಲೇಸಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಕೆ ಹೊರಗಿನ ಮಂದಿ ಬಂದು ಭಾಳ ಮೆಚ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ನ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದ ಎಂಟ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಮೆ ಮಸ್ಜಿದ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೆನ್ಸೇ ಭಾಳ ಸೊ ಇದು ಹುಮಾಯೂನ್ ಟೂಮ್ ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಐತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಗುಡ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರಂತ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ಇವಾಗ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ ಈಗಾದರೂ ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು. ಹಿಯರ್ ಬುಲಂದ್ ದರ್ವಾಜಾ. Here is the tallest in India. This Buland Darwaza, it is the biggest and the tallest in India. It is about 40 meters tall. What is Buland Darwaza? It is about 40 meters tall. So the Mughal architectures attained its glory during the reign of Shah Jahan. So Mughal architecture ಈ ಕಮಾನ್ ಕಟ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಮಾನ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿವೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ಎಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಒಳಗೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗ್ಲೋರಿ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೀಜನ್ ಆಫ್ ಶಾ ಜಹಾನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೊಘಲ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರು ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಯಾರು ಕಟ್ಟಿಸಿದ್ರು ಶಾ ಜಹಾನ್. ಮೋತಿ ಮೆಹಲ್ ಅಂತ ಓಕೆ ಪ್ಯಾಲೇಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಆಗ್ರಾ ಫೋರ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ತಾಜ್ ಮಹಲ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಗ್ರಾ ಶೋಸ್ ದ ಮೊಘಲ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮೊಘಲ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಭಾಳ ಕ್ಲವರ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ the wonderful monument was built in the memory of his queen. Why they built the Taj Mahal? You know that because he built in the Taj Mahal in the memory of his queen Mumtaz Mahal. Yes, in the 17th century. There are tombs of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal in his museum. So in his museum you can see the tombs of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. It was Shah Jahan who got a famous Red Fort built in Delhi. So Red Fort and function flag hoisting ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ ರೆಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಟ್. ಆ ರೆಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಆ ರೆಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕಟ್ಸಿದ್ದು ಶಾ ಜಹಾನ್ ಕಟ್ಸಿದ್ದು. ಎಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ the fort of Agra and also the Red Fort was built by Shah Jahan in 17th century. Paintings. What paintings are there here? A new school of painting emerged during the period of Mughal. So painting ಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಅವ್ರು ಮಹತ್ವ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. So they opened a school of paintings. Yes, in the period of Mughal there was more than 100 artists in Akbar's court. So many artists were there in Akbar's court, more than 100. The art of painting reached its peak under the patronage of Jahangir Aurangzeb. So Jahangir ಮತ್ತು ಔರಂಗಜೇಬ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಲೆ ಭಾಳ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಏರಿತಂತೆ. ಎಸ್ who was an orthodox in outlook did not embrace painting. But ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಔರಂಗಜೇಬ್ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲೆಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಮಹತ್ವ ಇರಲಾರ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಔರಂಗಜೇಬ್ಗೆ he was not interested in that field. So totally what happened, this paintings is an encouragement all were looked down. Yes, music. What about music? So in the field of music received special patronage during the Akbar region. The large number of musicians in the court were divided into 7 groups. So there were so many musicians in this Akbar's court. They were divided into 7 groups. Each day a particular group gave a musical recital. So 7 group ಮಾಡಿ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ. So everybody he gave a good scope for musicians and also gave them a good gifts also to develop their skill. Yes. Now here Tansen, you can see you heard about Tansen. Tansen was the most popular, remarkable musician of Akbar's court. Got it? And Shah Jahan and Jahangir also gave good preference to music part. Okay, music field. But in the period of Aurangzeb, the last king of the Mughal, he banned all these things. He banned music. However, music lingered in the hearts of people, but it was there in the hearts of the people, but it was not taken out. Okay. Now, why this Mughal period was declined? Why the Mughal period was declined? So, the emperor began to decline. So, emperor began to decline towards the end of Aurangzeb. This reason was the reason for decline. Why this Mughal empire declined in the period of Aurangzeb? Let us see. The chieftains became corrupt. What happened? His policies were not good. So the chieftains they took advantage and they became corrupt. Yes, they corrected the tax and they did not give it to the king, and they used it and they made the amount was corrected, used in a different manner. So intense fighting took place among the claimants to the throne. So many people started fighting for the throne. Okay, small provisions were there now. So they fought for the throne. Yes, the province's governor took advantage of the situation and declared it independent. So the governor of the provinces, the head of the provinces, what he did, he saw all these problems and he declared all the kingdoms independent. So Aurangzeb declared desire to convert India into an Islamic state and met with the opposition everywhere. So Aurangzeb, what he did, he wanted to make that Delhi, that area, the kingdom, this full kingdom, he wanted to make it as a purely Islam state, but it was not. All the people opposed it. Who opposed? The Rana Pratap, the Shivaji, another king is the Sikhs. These people opposed him, so he didn't get a good scope there. The prolonged warfare with Sikhs and Rajputs and Marathas fully exhausted the resources of the empire. So the on, the Sikhs and the Rajputs and the Marathas, they waged war on Aurangzeb, and slowly his wealth in the treasure was decreasing and the military sources also decreased, and like that his kingdom declined. Okay, the Mughal kingdom declined by the king Aurangzeb. Yes. In the meantime, Nadir Shah, the Persian, raided Delhi. He looted the wealth amassed by the Mughal over the period of 2 centuries. He carried away the whole world-famous Kohinoor diamond and the peacock throne of Shah Jahan. The treasure of Mughals became empty. So what happened in the last? After this Aurangzeb, another king, he came from Persian invader called Nadir Shah, who invaded this Delhi part. The Persian ruler, Persian invader Nadir Shah, he came to India. He looted all the wealth of India. The peacock throne. Peacock throne was a very precious throne made by Shah Jahan with a Kohinoor diamond. Kohinoor diamond means it is a very costliest diamond. That diamond was fixed on that. Okay, that all things he stole from India. He took away from India. Yes, he took away from India, and he made the treasure of Mughal. Mughals ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಳಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ treasure ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? Nadir Shah. So this is about the Mughal Empire. So there were so how many rulers here? You can see the founder was Babur, next Humayun, next Akbar, next Jahangir, next Shah Jahan, and next the Aurangzeb. After this, the Nadir Shah of the Persia, he invaded and he made it. He declined this Mughal Empire. Okay, children. So to read the lesson, it is very interesting, and you follow the chronology. This is from 15th century to 17th century. This Mughal Empire was there for about 2 centuries. It was there. Yes, there are some new words here, and the filler blanks. You can read the lesson and answer the filler blanks. Okay, children. Yes, match the following also you can attempt, and you can also make some question answers. One word sentence, and you make your fair. You write them in your fair, and you wait for my answers. Okay, children. Write it pencil in your rough first, and you refer with my answers. If they are correct, you write in the fair. Okay. We will meet you in the next class, children.